No, no, it was a very on and off situation because I was financing the film, and I'm a photographer, and so that's how I make money. She was sort of my outlet to do something really creative at times when I got tired of shooting fashion. And she was there for me, and it was great.
What?
She is a fashion icon. She's wearing, what are you wearing today?
I'm wearing,
she's wearing something. I mean, when she was in Paris, Chanel, everybody, Balenciaga, Yohji Yamamoto.
No, I'm wearing Andemolmeister. I don't know what these are. I think some kind of Japanese dungarees. Andemolmeister.
Anne really likes Patti.
Anyway, yeah, Andemolmeister is my great friend, and she makes me my clothes, so I'm very lucky. So.
What was your intention when you first started the film? Were you planning on looking back at your life or looking forward?
We had no intention.
No intentions. It was just that there was no design whatsoever. I just wanted to film her. She was a very interesting person to me.
For 10 years, we just had stacks of film. I actually never really thought it would turn into a film. I just thought it was an eternal work in progress.
Yeah. Maybe it could have gone on for more years, of course, but we had all this footage, and you know, it was just time to do something with it. But it took a long time. It took us over a year to edit. So it was, but now it's here, which we're really happy about.
Are you serious? It's a part one? Are you still continuing to shoot? No, you're done shooting.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll do other projects probably, you know. But there's a lot of extra footage too on the DVD, so that'll be fun. Yeah.
Well, Patti, how did you feel getting back into touring and connecting to audiences again?
Well, that was a long time ago now. I mean, obviously after 16 years, I had a certain amount of trepidation. I was a little nervous, and but I had a lot of support. You know, I had my band members, and you know, my family, and Lenny Kaye, and Michael Stipe, and then really the first tour I did was a small tour on the East Coast with Bob Dylan, and one of the high points actually was at the Electric Factory, and. I mean, if you can imagine after 16 years not touring, and then the first tour to do something with Bob, and every night we sang a little song together, and we did Dark Eyes as we did it at the Electric Factory, and he always gave me a kiss at the end. And so, you know, he encouraged me to start touring and let the people help me get re-energized and get my confidence back, and that's what happened. I didn't really know if people would remember me or like what I was doing or anything, but you know, it didn't take long where I felt we established really positive and healing communication.
When do you tour next?
What?
When do you tour next?
I'm just doing intermittent stuff because I think I've been working on some art exhibits, and we've been working on the film, and I'd like to do another record, and of course we have an election, so probably try to do some jobs around the election, trying to, you know, hopefully inspire people to register and vote, because our country has such a poor voting record. I'm hoping this election will galvanize and get out there and vote. And speaking of which, I think you have an election coming up, and I'm sure you're getting a little primary weary, but try to take a deep breath and get out there and vote anyway. So.
Seeing the film as a finished product, what do you want your audience to take away from your story?
To know a little bit about Patti, be inspired by Patti, and learn from Patti. Like I have, I learned so much from Patti, and really be inspired. I know Patti has plans or something.
Well, I just want to, you know, there's a whole million things, but for me, the thing I like best about the film is a very sort of a unexpected thing, which I feel the undercurrent of Fred. And I feel, even though the movie began after his death and really focuses on all of us, you know, beginning a new life, and without him, I feel him there. And that makes me really happy, you know, if everybody could just in some way get a little extra sense of him and how much we love him every day, that's enough for me. So.
At the Frida Kahlo exhibit, I heard you were speaking about Kahlo and Maria and the relationship to her husband on the audio. I was curious as to how that came about.
I didn't understand what you said.
I was at the art museum today, and at the Frida Kahlo
Yeah.
exhibit, you are talking about Frida Kahlo
I was.
on the audio. On the audio.
I don't know how it happened, but no. But I've often, I mean, I learned about Frida Kahlo through studying Diego Rivera when I was a teenager. My mother gave me a book called The Fabulous Life of Diego Rivera when I was about 16, and I learned about her, and but it was really hard to find anything. And then when I moved to Detroit, of course, the DIA has beautiful murals, and there was an exhibit there of Diego Rivera, and I found Hayden Herrera's book had just come out. So I was able to, learn more about Frida Kahlo and her work, and so I don't know. I've written a few songs about them, and I've thought a lot about both of them. I guess I must have talked about it, and I don't know. I hope whatever I said, it wasn't too stupid. But both of them, both great artists, Frida and Diego, and I actually, think about them a lot. So I don't know. Anyway, one last question. Yes.
You mentioned Philadelphia a couple times in the film. What influence did Philadelphia have on you as an artist?
A lot. I mean, it's infinite things. I mean, my brother was born here. I had my childhood here. It was very, as I said, a happy childhood. We really had nothing. I was born after World War II. My parents worked very hard. They didn't really have much. But I have such happy memories of growing up, and then when I moved to South Jersey, because culturally there was nothing really there. Although I treasure my memories there as well, and I love my high school, I would come to Philadelphia for, cultural enrichment. The first art museum I ever went to was the Philadelphia Museum of Art when I was 12, which was a life-changing, life-altering experience for me. The great bookstores in Philadelphia, like Leary's, where I got all of my childhood books, which I still cherish. Being in a place where so much of our organic law was written, and where the likes of Thomas Paine and Jefferson and all of these people roamed the streets. It's